Welcome to Bookwood. I'm glad you chose to spend some time with me. If you haven't met before, my name is Mashou and I create bookish and journal-related content over here on YouTube. Welcome in my May vlog for TBRAthon. I am participating in this year-long readathon organized by Leandra over at Leandra the TBR0. I will have linked the announcement video down below. You can still participate. And one of the aspects of TBRathon this year is that every first full weekend of the month we read for a specific genre, and we have a few prompts, 3, that have to or can be followed for to pick this book, and then you can earn a badge. You can do the places in whatever order you would like. I have decided to follow the path that Leandra laid out and that she's following herself. So this month we are reading a thriller that needs to be a standalone, have a title in all caps, and has been, as always, recommended on BookTube. And I have picked for that The Dinner Party by Frieda McFadden. I initially picked a French-only book for that I really wanted to read, but it didn't came in from the library. And wondering what I would read, Brie over at Four Paws and a Book made a video about the Kindle books that she really needs to read or wants to read. And one of them was this little bit like choose your own adventure type of book. And I thought that sounded very fun and I really wanted to try it. So that's what I'm going to do this weekend. I am installed here at the bench of the small playground near our house. If you follow along, then you recognize this site because it's also in my carousel vlog that came out on Monday because it is part of a walk we did on Saturday. And I will be starting to read this book. I will see when the kids want to go home, and I will most certainly come back to you with the sprints that are for me at 8 o'clock this evening. I just read the introduction to this book and I saw that there are 22 different endings. I will not be reading to find all of them out this weekend. I think I will do 1, maybe 2, we'll see how long it takes. And I will just keep this book in my Kindle library so that I can reread it later to have some extra fun. So I guess we will be reading it a second time because my first part already ended. So I thought this was quite fun to read. It is written like Evid talks to you, and I was a little bit worried about how it would work to flip 2 pages into the ebook, but it has links to the chapters which makes it easy. So let's go back to chapter 1. It's still fresh in my mind, so I will just not read it over again, but I'll pick another choice. So we will have to go home now, and I am in the middle of an adventure. I'm quite enjoying this. It is quite fun. The story is quite basic and maybe even a little bit, how you say, stereotypical, but it is the choosing that makes it a lot of fun. So we are being a Sloan who is completely broke and has to find money to pay the rent for the room that she has as a roommate. And she is contacted by a friend that invites her to come and wait a dinner party at a house quite isolated on the top of a mountain, and we set off to go there. I am very curious to see how this is going on, but I'm also afraid that it will be difficult to tell you much about it. We'll see. Yesterday evening, I finished the dinner party by Frieda McFadden that I have been reading for this TBRAthon weekend. I had so much fun with this book. Like I said earlier, it will be very difficult to tell you more about it. I am not sure that I explained the premise of this book, so I'm going to do that now. The idea is that you read a first chapter, and then you have the character that you're playing has two choices, and you need to pick one of them, and your choice will redirect you to another chapter. You read that chapter and you go on and on. This book has 22 possible endings, and I didn't keep track of how many that I reached, but I had a lot of fun going back to chapter 1 at the end of my adventure and starting over and trying to methodically reach all the endings. I said at the start that I wasn't going to look to finish it all in one read, and I didn't. I had so much fun that I kept going. But the other side of that is that, I could skip over each chapter that I had read once or several times already, because it was already fresh in my mind since I just read it. I'm not sure that it's supposed to be this way. It is a thriller, and obviously with the title, the setting, and the undertitle of Choose Your Own Poison, there are many endings that end with you die on a whole bunch of different ways, which is quite fun. But there are also some positive endings, and then there are also some that have a twist to it that is very unexpected. As a thriller, I should have been feeling the suspense, but I didn't really feel that, because it's quite stereotyped or cliche, but I think that's how it's meant to be. And I just had a lot of good laughs with it during all the twists and turns that the story takes. I hope you enjoyed following this vlog along. I will be vlogging TBRAthon again next month. And if you can't wait to see more from me, you can always subscribe and hit on the notifications so you see other videos that I post. I make vlogs. They come out every Monday, or I try to. That include the books that I've read, but also the various cultural, nature, sciencey, bookish adventures that I live with my family. And we have things coming up in May. And I also post bullet journals setups that are inspired by books, and reading journal setups that are inspired by the readathons I take part in. See you soon!